5 things you should consider before buying a kitchen sink. Choosing a brand new kitchen sink is an investment that will completely change the look and functionality of your kitchen. To make sure you get the kitchen of your wildest Pinterest dreams, there are some factors you should consider before taking the plunge. From the right material to the ideal size, to the big choice between an undermount or a drop-in sink, here's everything you need to think about before buying a kitchen sink. 1. Consider the material. When it comes to kitchen sinks, there are many materials to choose from: porcelain, stainless steel, and cast iron, just to name a few. Be realistic about how much use the sink will get and how frequently, and thoroughly, you plan to clean it. Porcelain sinks are prone to stains and scuff marks, but don't worry, they do come off. It just takes a little elbow grease and a cleaner that's mildly abrasive, like baking soda. If you're a little tougher on your kitchen sink, it might be smart to invest in a stainless steel sink. They look very minimal and modern and will be much easier to keep clean. 2. Choose a drop-in or undermount. What's the difference? As the name suggests, a drop-in sink drops into the counter, so there is a visible lip that rests on the counter. Alternatively, an undermount sink attaches beneath the counter, creating a seamless look. An undermount sink maximizes the available counter space since the lip of the sink rests under the counter rather than on top. If you love a clean kitchen, this sink is for you, because there's no lip, dirt and grime can't get stuck between the sink and the edge of the countertop. Plus, because undermount sinks are considered a high-end option, this stylish kitchen sink could even boost your home's resale value. A drop-in sink is usually a more affordable choice, but it will require some care to clean. But if you need to do the sink install yourself, it's your best option. 3. Select the right size. There are a few questions you have to ask yourself when choosing a sink size. You want to keep the budget in mind. Generally, the larger the sink, the higher the price. You also need to be realistic about how much you use your sink. If you're not an avid cook, you can probably get away with a standard size, about 22 to 33 inches long. But it's always better to go bigger than smaller if you have the countertop space to accommodate it. Pay attention to the scale of the design as well. If you have a really tiny kitchen, a huge farmhouse-style sink risks overwhelming the entire room. 4. Determine if you'll need to adjust your cabinets. Think of your cabinets as the foundation for your sink. Depending on what you're working with already, you have to choose your style carefully, unless you're doing a complete renovation. The biggest consideration: make sure the cabinets you have can accommodate the depth of your new sink and that they can support the weight of the new sink. For example, a porcelain farmhouse sink that's filled with water can easily weigh over 100 pounds. The cabinetry has to be able to withstand that. 5. Pick a side, single or double bowl. Have you ever met someone who complained about their sink being too spacious? Yeah, we didn't think so. If you have the space and the money, consider a double bowl sink. It helps you separate dirty dishes from usable sink space and makes the whole cleanup process much easier. Plus, it gives you a little more time between actually having to do the dishes, perfect if you like to entertain or have a big family who goes through a ton of dishes in a day. Alternatively, opt for a large single bowl sink if you want one big usable space, without the divider in the middle. This is ideal if you tend to wash a lot of large pans or big serving dishes. Start by considering how you cook and clean, and you're sure to find a kitchen sink you'll love. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. For getting more useful and interesting information, subscribe to Engineer AJ Ladd's channel How to Make My House.